Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one shots, we do mini series, we do long running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Today, because we're playing way earlier than usual. We are playing a game called Coffee and Chaos. But correct me if I'm wrong. This is a premiere of this game.
I think some other people have done some kind of promo ones of it when it was in its draft stages to playtest for us. But yeah, it hasn't actually been released yet. It was successfully crowdfunded last year and is in the final stages of its pulling together.
Yeah,
So it will be coming out soon.
very excited. It looks adorable. But yeah, we are obviously playing a game that we have yet to show on the channel. And if you want to go check it out, you can follow the link there in chat, posted by our lovely moderator. Go support it, support the creators. They are lovely people. This is like the fourth or fifth time that I've had the pleasure of working with either of them, and it's always been an absolute delight. But we do a few announcements to get through. We have two sponsors for tonight's stream. That is HeroForge.com and Epidemic Sound. HeroForge is what we use to make all of these cool tokens, but mainly it's where you can go to make super customized miniature models and get them sent straight to your door. Epidemic Sound is what we use for all of our royalty-free sounds and sound effects, much like the intro that you heard, which is going to be stuck in my head all day because I friggin' love it. Let me kick up that music here for us. There we go. Now it's going to be stuck in your head too. Other than that, we have a bunch of great games coming up this month, especially starting on the 16th. My camera's not centered. Hold on. On the 16th, we have our charity event. Music just did something weird. But we are supporting the Trevor Project. It is a fantastic organization that works with at-risk LGBTQ youth, and I believe they're the largest organization of their kind. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think so. The event is running from the 16th to the 23rd. We're going to be playing a whole bunch of games, a whole bunch of guest GMs. We'll be doing games in our Discord server, just, party games, Jackbox, and whatnot, which if you want to join us, you can join our Discord at the link down below, the big old button that says Discord. It's where we hang out, where we post casting calls each and every month, we post our schedules, and where we just generally hang out and be giant nerds. We do have a website now. It's pretty simple. It's lostcaravanrpg.com. You can go find all of our cool merch that we have, because we have merch, y'all. And it's also where you can find a community tab where we just highlight all of the amazing people that helped to, bring us where we are today. And it's very cool. All right, I think that's pretty much it for announcements. And I can pass it on over to the author of the game, which is very cool that I get to say that, and it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, so welcome to Coffee and Chaos. It is a comedic game about running a cafe or some kind of hospitality service. Could be a restaurant, could be a cocktail bar, with characters that are either brand new or from something else, and building the narrative about what happens on this day when they try to keep this place from falling down. We'll be drawing cards to find out what happens, and we'll be using cutlery to sort of assign resources to solve each of the problems. So for the purpose of this game, we've got 3 characters from one game and 2 characters from 2 other games. So I'll explain when we get started how they've all come together to be here. But for the minute, how about an introduction for our group to say a little bit about the game you're coming from and who you're all playing.
We could start clockwise, starting with Turk.
All right, yeah. I suppose I can. Hey everybody, I am Turk, or Turk Accented on Twitch and Twitter and other places where things are happening and you can't always see them. I am, of course, playing Orton Harlow, who is a great fool. And unfortunately, Pops isn't here to confirm that for you all. But he's in the character from Icon series, Lost Kingdoms. Right, that's the name of it. And he's really good with explosives and off the wall planning. And no, thank you, spam call. That is also one of his abilities. No, thank you, spam call. He's very, very talented, very, very talented, but my God, stupid.
Yeah. Then Kian.
Hello, everyone. I'm taking one last little note so I don't forget it for the game. Hello, everyone. My name is Kian. I am playing Essen today, also from the Icon mini campaign. Essen is a trog, so standing at about 7.5, 8 feet tall. Gentle at heart, but is learning how to not be. And currently, I don't know if Turnip gets to come over and hang out. I would love it if he did, but has acquired a small little robot companion who has the spirit of a ancient knight guardian. But yes, Essen is traditionally somebody who deals in storytelling and in history and is kind of learning how to interact with the world that doesn't always deal in those things and find value in those things, and is here definitely to get on Orton's nerves as much as possible.
I guess that's me. I am, of course, Andrew, and I am playing Leon Holtz, a Lancer pilot from the distant future. Really just a big softy that just wants to protect the people he cares about, and likes to solve problems as directly and with as little casualties, injuries, or complications as possible. I'm very excited to be here amongst these very well functioning group of people. They're totally not going to burn this coffee shop to the ground. Renee.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. Today I am playing Lamosa, my Lorito Colossus from Icon, our Icon series. I'm the last of the three from this campaign. She is based on a godwit, which is a kind of bird that can fly very, very far. And her entire journey is really figuring out different solutions to protecting her island from the big scary ocean that is in this world. She's probably the smallest out of the group. She's probably only about like 3.5 feet tall. She's not very tall, but she can punch really hard. Don't be deceived.
You suplex someone into another zip code.
Yep. I absolutely rock lead someone a couple combats ago, so don't be fooled.
The hang time was measured in minutes.
That's it for me.
And then back to Steph.
Yep. So I will be playing Obskeree, my online handle namesake. Obskeree is a fairy court jester. And master puppeteer. And she most recently found herself in a dimension filled with heroes and superheroes. And now she's here. So, yeah, this is the motley crew for the session. I think what we're going to do is we're going to just start, and I'll explain rules as they come up. And we'll be doing a lot of the rules, hashing them out in character, and making those decisions. So, let me set the scene. Whatever last happened to your characters, whether it be a battle, or social activity, or just their everyday job, whatever they were last doing, their day ended, and they went to sleep. And then they opened their eyes in this swirling vortex of pastel colors, surrounded by 4 other creatures. There was a bird, a fool, a pilot. Didn't quite catch exactly what you are, as in Trog?
Trog, yeah.
Drag. And a small blue fairy, all standing together in this weird warped space. And the fairy is the only one that looks like she's been here before, and she has a moment of, oh, okay, and then recognizes that she's not on her own, and just throws her small hands up in the air. She's probably about the same size as the bird, so about 3 foot. Red and white jester outfit, bright blue skin, bleach white hair, and she just goes, "Hooray! Oh my god, there's more people here! Oh, thank goodness! I was worried it was going to be like last time where everyone said no." Hi.
Hi.
Okay, wait, I recognize 2 of you. That's okay. Ooh, this could
Oh,
still
some
be
of you know each other. Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
let's do something better.
Reiji, did you slip me your damn drugs? This isn't funny.
Ooh, do you have drugs? Never tried drugs before. I always wanted to.
Please, no, please
No,
don't give him any
don't.
drugs.
Come on, it could be fun. Maybe I'll like actually mellow out.
Are you sure that we're not already on them?
I don't know.
Oh,
But
no,
that
you're
Thrin
dreaming.
has the smoothest ears you've ever. What?
it's okay. You're dreaming. I mean,
Oh.
you're probably dreaming. I think I might not be dreaming this time. I was definitely dreaming last time. Welcome to Anywhere, since I don't think any of you look like you recognize this place. So in about, she checks her arm, and she doesn't have a watch, but she looks at the time anyway. I think we have about maybe 15, 20 minutes to get this place functional, because we think we're going to have customers soon. So let's make some decisions.
Wait.
And as she claps her
customers?
hands together and rubs her hands with a little cheeky grin, she's suddenly wearing just like a waiter outfit with a little name badge.
Hi.
Gosh.
And then you all look down and you are also all wearing waiter outfits.
Alright, is this like a simulation? I don't think I signed up for this.
Dream. It's a dream, probably.
What happens when you're not conscious?
Yeah. So you're all here because presumably you didn't say no, like some people do. So, congratulations!
They
We'll
know
get
to
through it.
what?
The fey contract of whatever this is.
Oh.
I assume it's a fey contract.
Hey.
Alright, I don't know what
Yes.
hollow vid is going on right now, but let's get this over with and you can pull me out.
Okay,
You're
he
saying
seems
a
on
lot
board.
of it seems a lot of really strange questions, strange words that I'm going to ask a lot of questions about at some point. What is hollow about this vid?
Hey, what are we gonna do? We literally left a war. I gotta get back to it.
She'll be there. Don't worry.
My gosh, are you one of the ancients?
Look, like stares
Okay.
over Essen.
When
What did they used to make you?
when
Excuse me?
when you were killing, oh my gosh, I've been asking the same thing, because how do they get that much sweetness together,
Orton,
right?
do not, and Essen is kind of just going to push Orton
Yeah, like Orton's like
out of the way.
5'4",
But
very
there's just a
pointy
bunch of
ears,
really
yeah.
small people, and then like
Listen, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't like Orton's like a lot of piercings, weird like kind of marks that look like tattoos, but when he's around Turnip, they seem to almost glow a little bit. And yeah, he'll just get shuffled back behind Essen. And he gets,
What did you ask me?
I mean, they must have used some of the megafauna as inspiration or something.
Essen is going to look to Lamosa. Do you understand what this person is saying?
No, it sounds like some, ether magic or something, right?
That's
Oh, I think
kind
I
of
know
what
what. Megafauna, like the giant mushrooms, yeah?
Giant mushrooms, giant birds, giant elephant creatures try to kill you.
I'm only familiar with the mushrooms.
Did you fight the giant demon crow as well?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Essen kind of like is confused and
Ah.
like shuffles out of the way.
on your shoulder.
Are you can get down now. I just
I don't want to. It's very comfy up here. I feel very good. I have a lot of vantage.
okay, fine. Just keep an eye on Turnip. And for anybody who doesn't know, Turnip kind of looks like three tops stacked on top of each other, and is sort of learning how to gain control of his limbs and his hands. But he is a little automaton and is going to hand Turnip to Orton.
He'll take him and hop down, and now all of his tattoos are definitely glowing, having a source of aether that close. So his like purple has turned to very light blue. Sorry, you mentioned customers.
Oh, yeah, we need to get ready for them. So this place needs to be. We need to serve them something. I mean, last time we started with coffee, but then the coffee machine broke, so we just rebranded as a juice bar, but that didn't go so well either. We need to decide what we're selling them.
Alcohol?
Could do.
Where's the 3D printer?
It'll
Mhm.
probably appear when you need it,
Okay.
whatever it
Great.
is.
Why are there 3Ds?
The different.
3 is better than 2.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
good
go with
point.
So I'm gonna say I think we should do a banquet hall. Or maybe that's too much. There's only 5 of us. Tea
I
room?
mean,
I like tea.
I like tea
tea
too.
is great.
Yeah.
I've learned to appreciate it the past couple weeks.
Brilliant. Tea room. So we're going to be a tea room. So everybody needs to think really hard about tea rooms. And when you all hear the word tea room, do your characters think of something cozy or something kind of hip and fresh? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Essen
Like,
definitely probably is like cozy on 1, hip and fresh on 10 is probably at like a 3.
Cool.
Way more toward cozy.
Same.
Yeah, I think for Orton, he's definitely, with the recent experiences they've had in the Great Waste, just thinking like a lot of throw pillows and comfy like secluded, I like kind of like cloistered seating options with a lot of lying around, kind of very very Turkish coffee shop esque, but with more tea and lovely aromas everywhere.
So we're feeling about a 3 if 1 is cozy.
Yeah. I'm damn near a 1.
You're damn near a 1, okay. That's fine. So would you all be imagining somewhere big or somewhere small? With, again, similar scale, 1 to 10.
Oh, big
with
for
like
sure.
1 small, 10
Yeah,
big.
could it be big with a lot of small spaces?
Yeah.
I'm thinking big.
I mean, how else are
Lots
you
of like
gonna
little
get?
nooks and cubbies and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How else are you gonna get your lancers in here if it's a small space?
That's true. We don't know that, but that's true.
What is a lancer and why am I really excited about it?
Where else can we park the airship?
Sorry, so that was. So are we going maximum big?
Maximum big.
Maximum big.
Oh god.
Sorry, I'm just writing down what cutlery this gives us. And finally, would we want to give off a slick professional vibe or a friendly vibe?
I like friendly.
I would say professional.
You could aim to be professional, but oh boy.
We can always try.
Realistically, it'd probably be leaning more professional, but definitely.
So kind of maybe a 5, like somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
5 or like 1 over towards professional, I think good.
Okay. So that gives us a community pool of cutlery, and I'll just quickly explain what that means. So I mentioned at the start that cutlery is what we use to kind of assign our resources, our energy reserves for where we're going to solve problems. The community pool is a pool anyone can use. And each of the 3 types of cutlery represents a different style of solving a problem. So if you take a knife and say, I'm solving this problem with a knife, it means you are taking a quick and decisive approach. If you pick up a fork, it means you're going to be taking a kind of outside the box, resourceful, creative approach. And if you pick up a spoon, it means you're doing a by the book, nice and considered approach. The place we've just thought up with our minds, which slowly forms around the characters as these rules begin to be understood by your brains. We have 2 forks, 3 spoons, and 1 knife in the community pool.
So two forks, 3 spoons.
Yep.
And
And 1 knife.
1 knife.
Additionally, in each of your characters' pockets, even if they might not at first seem to have pockets, you'll find a pocket, and in it will be another piece of cutlery each. And this represents the character's learned approach. So Coffee and Chaos is all about how you solve problems. Everyone has a natural approach that they are naturally inclined towards, and they will always be able to do this approach, even if there is no cutlery available. It's just what they default to. However, if there is cutlery available, you should use the cutlery. So the cutlery we all have. Lamosa has a fork. Essen finds a knife. Orton, what was your learned approach?
That was direct.
Direct. So you've got a knife. And what about Leon?
Same, direct.
Lots of knives. I have a fork myself as my learned approach, and what this means is, at her little soul, Obskeree is quite a direct creature. She doesn't like wasting time, so I will always be able to act as if I have a knife in my pocket. So that's my natural approach. However, I start with a fork because the fork means I can learn to do things a bit differently, but I can do it less regularly.
Very cool.
Does that make sense to everyone? Cool. So we have our community pool on the board, so we'll be able to see when we've used stuff. And no sooner has this all been decided, and you find your cutlery in your pockets, and your understanding of this world slowly starts to make sense, you all now have an inexplicable understanding that you are here to serve customers things. Don't know where this has come from. It's just suddenly there. Like, oh, I get it. I'm here because of this. And the day begins. The front door of this massive room with loads of little nooks and crannies and cubby holes of blankets and pillows. The front door has its closed sign flip to open, and the day begins. So the first thing that happens is the hitch of the day. On the wall there's a big sign that says hitch of the day at the top, right next to soup of the day. And I'm going to draw a card which will tell us what the hitch of the day is. Okay, so the hitch of the day is something that we can't resolve, but it will be a factor in everything that we do throughout the day. Can't do anything about it, it's just happening around us and we've got to accept it and work around it. And that is a 3 of hearts, which is a visiting animal. So, an animal is going to be present, doesn't work for us, doesn't really belong here, but it's here. What do you all think the animal should be?
My mind immediately went to Megafauna, from Spar, which is Leon's
I
character.
mean that
But
giant
all
black
those,
raven that you just
True.
or the giant storm demon raven, yeah.
I mean,
Kill
yeah, it
us
could be.
all.
Just rocks up and is like, I'm gonna be here a while. I'm gonna be here all day. Give me a coffee.
I have this
I-
manuscript to finish.
Yeah. He just comes in with a laptop with his little claws.
Quoth the raven demon.
To be fair, I think that's decided it. So through the door comes. Feel free to describe the creature that has just waltzed in with a laptop.
Oh boy. Gosh. Andrew probably has the better read
You
of
all
this,
bought
but
this thing.
if I recall, it was a giant, like, spectrally dark crow, like, bird of prey with large raptor-like claws.
Mhm.
Though I guess now it's kind of like fitting its way in the kind of way that like a Ghibli character would just kind of almost seem to ooze its way through a door and then stand back to full rigid height. Large wing, like huge wingspan, and like a beak that looks like it'd rip the heart out of a bison. And I'm imagining it's wearing glasses in a more casual setting, so
It wears contacts at work.
yeah. Yeah, it's just like I think at the edges it kind of just frays reality a little bit because it's just constantly like real stinker energy.
Okay. Well, Obskeree sees the first customer of the day and seems to just persona flip into customer service. She goes up and goes, "Hello, sir. Would you like a seat?" This small, 3-foot high blue fairy just looking up at this huge creature, going, "Hello."
Obskeree fly?
She can. She doesn't have wings, so she's very slowly just levitates upward until
Ooh.
she's eye level with him.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Yeah,
That's a
I
megafauna,
imagine-
by the way.
like it turns around and Orton's holding this like impossibly to have had on him like Venetian carnival bomb. Just looking at it again like the most I thought you scared that thing off.
I thought I did too.
What do you want, creature?
Creature peers past Obskeree and just goes, "Want to work on my manuscript?"
Oh. Goes and just like pinches the burning wick. Puts the bomb down. Kicks it under a table or something.
Are we going to have a problem?
I don't know, how good's your manuscript?
It's good. It's very good.
Okay. Essen, what's a manuscript?
No idea.
Is that what happens when you chop up a man? Whatever those are.
That sounds like something this bird would do. Try to chop us up.
As you
Seems-
whisper, Obskeree just tries to squish the creature into one of the nooks. Try to make sure he's comfy. So the hitch of the day is going to be making sure this customer, this visiting animal, is comfortable.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
You're perhaps more comfortable in hell. No. Oh boy.
Okay. And with that introduced, we move on to the catastrophes as the game starts in proper. So, the way this works is every round is going to be, we'll have a catastrophe. The catastrophes persist, but can be mitigated. So you can dedicate cutlery on a catastrophe to get rid of it temporarily, but you can, if you want to, take the cutlery off that particular catastrophe. It will become a problem again, but you can use the resource elsewhere. So the catastrophe of the round is the first thing that happens. So the first player in the round draws the card for the catastrophe. I'll do it for the purpose of this because I have the deck of cards. And it is a Red King, which again is a scary customer. So
Nice.
that is the first catastrophe. So the first one wasn't scary enough. We've got another one.
Mhm.
So someone must volunteer to deal with the catastrophe, and then describe how you're dealing with it. First, we need to decide who the scary customer is.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anything scarier than the gentleman in the corner with his manuscript?
Want to do a frozen rain thing?
So
Could be
exactly my thought.
Go for it.
What about like a cascading NHP, which is like a hyper intelligent demon AI, but gone slightly mad?
So that walks in, whatever that looks like.
Have I described Unival?
I don't think so.
No. So I guess this is like, hey, like a little behind the scenes preview, I guess, for Frozen Rain. Unival is an HP that crash landed onto a planet with heavy Norse cultural influences, and basically through lying about being their deity, convinced itself it was that deity. And so, as I imagine it, Unival doesn't just like enter so much as like constructs itself, literally growing like a tree from the ground, forming itself into a flowing dress with like huge like hair that shoots into antlers and bones and skulls, kind of, almost like the world tree, but very also formal, kind of, I guess like a mixture of like Freya imagery and very Norse, but also very clearly like is like a benevolent goddess, but is still the goddess of death, kind of thing. Like Spar is a rough place, so like snow and trees and blood and death, but all in a digital reconstructive spectrum.
So the bell rings as it constructs itself, as if it walked through the door. And Obskeree's still over by the demon bird. Glances over to be like, "Can someone take this one?"
I got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do you want me to check if that's Aether or not?
I don't know what. I don't know what that is.
You've never heard of Aether. What kind of kin are you?
She has horns like you, Essen.
She's a little scarier. I'm a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie.
She's tall like you too.
How can I help you? And I feel like I know what's happening here, but I'm gonna go along with it for the moment. Apparently we have tea.
Feel free. If anyone wants to voice Unival, feel free to jump in. You can all voice whatever. It really doesn't matter.
Oh gosh. What does Unival want in a coffee shop?
It's tea room.
A tea room. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the tea room. I have traveled through space and time and all dimensions, and I come to you now. I'd like something nice to drink. Something to supplicate the cold in my heart.
So some chai.
We shall test your offering and see if it satisfies me.
All right.
Invader.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. But yeah.
You may speak, and I may deign to listen.
Soy milk or
The blood of my enemies.
see what we got.
Okay, so it sounds like Leon volunteered for that one.
Mhm.
So, what type of approach would you say you used? Say that was quite direct.
Yeah, I would say
Just-
direct as it could.
All right. So, you can use your own knife or the knife from the cutlery pool.
Yeah, I'll use my own knife.
Your own knife. Okay. So that is dedicated but not lost. It's on the board. So, Catastrophe 1, the scary customer, is currently mitigated with a knife.
Yeah, she is.
Goes into one of the good cubbies and just the room's just glowing with this malicious blue light as code kind of slowly wraps around the corner.
Hey, we gotta
This
clean
tea room
that.
sure does feel friendly.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Just the tea room sure does feel friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't-
Giant demon raven.
Clientele.
And...
Yeah.
Don't go spreading your
Um,
code into the other booze. You keep your all of that.
You do
in
not
your-
dare to constrain me and where I may roam. I will find what tricks and traps you've left here, invader.
He just scuttles past. Don't mind him. We'll get you your chatty.
I'm on it.
Scuttle gently pushes Leon towards the back where the tea can be made. Let's try not to anger anybody.
Are they all
Um,
gonna be this scary?
I
Are we
hope
gonna
not.
get like anybody nice who comes into this tea shop?
I've had nice people before.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
I'm right here. I'm nice.
So now the catastrophe for the round is mitigated. We all now draw for the round's snafus. So there will be 5 snafus per round. I'll draw and just tell you what you get, as I have the deck. What will then happen is you'll have your own snafu that you drew, and they stay flipped up and happen simultaneously. So in a few moments' time, 5 things are going to happen. And as a group, we need to decide who's going to deal with what and how, and then wager some cutlery and see if we're successful in how we choose to deal with it. So, I'll start with me. I drew an ace of spades. The tip jar has disappeared. This is a terrible start to a day. Orton draws a 9 of clubs. Another customer that has come in while we've been dealing with the scary ones. We don't remember delivering food to them, but they have just found some hair in the food they've got. So Orton has hairy food, I have missing tip jar.
What's the name of it officially? I love it.
Leon draws Red Joker. Getting all the good ones.
Any results you want.
Sadly
Critical.
not. So
Oh.
the Red Joker indicates that a quest giver appears.
Oh. No solicitations.
So Leon stumbles across a quest giver. And Essin draws 7 of hearts, which is the music malfunctions.
No.
5.
And Lamosa draws 2 of spades, which is some food has been rung up. Whoever is managing the kitchen, we're not sure who that is yet. They ring the bell as if food is ready to be delivered. No idea who it's for.
Ticket.
The round, folks. So straight away we get a customer from some little nook somewhere going, "Ew, what's this?" At the same time, Obskeree screeches, "Where's the tip jar gone?" The music starts to crackle over the speakers. And the kitchen's like, "Food's up." And then a quest giver walks in. They are what's the quest giver look like? An exclamation point walks in. Let's go with that.
I love it. It's very good.
We got a few things to deal with.
And so we can just take any of them, or
You can have a go on your own, or you can say, well, I think I might be good at dealing with that one, or I've got an idea for that one. The way we'll be wagering, so there's a gamble on whether or not your approach will work, and if any don't get solved, we'll have another chance to solve it.
Okay.
I have an idea about how to handle the hairy food. Gosh, I love that sentence.
Cool.
So I could try and tackle that one.
Okay, cool. Anyone else got a preference of these wonderful situations?
I maybe have something for the music.
I think I have something for the tip jar.
Cool.
I got the quest giver.
You did. You're keeping your quest giver.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the other one?
The
Uh,
food.
The
the
food.
owner.
Food is
Oh
going
yeah.
up.
Who
but
ordered
no
this?
one, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so I'll take that one. All right. Let's see how we do. So let's place our wagers. So to handle this tip jar going missing, I'm going to use my fork to do something a bit creative with it. I'm looking around. We have customers I didn't see before. Some of them have already been served. I'm assuming one of you did it. This one has no ticket. So I'm going to look at what it is, see if I can identify what it is from the menu, and then I'm going to turn it into entertainment and juggle it. See if I can distract whoever is missing their order with a nice food juggling routine. That's my fork endeavor. So I am using my personal fork and wagering it against the... Who ordered this? Who's next?
Orton will head over to the person complaining about food in their cubby, close the curtains. So you say you found food. You say you found hair in your food. But our kitchen is spotless and my head is very roughly shaved, so. And it is going to go into a long, Now, the time that it could have taken from the kitchen staff to get to you is quite short, but the time you've had your head over that plate, this seating arrangement is quite long. Would you agree? So, what I'm postulating, it's possibility. And is basically going to I just watched Glass Onion. So he's gonna try and Benoit Blanc his way into getting the customer to admit that this is in fact their own hair in there.
Sounds very creative.
Yep.
I'm absolutely going to use a fork here.
Okay.
I'll use one from the pool.
Okay. So that's one fork wagered from the pool.
Have mine.
Okay.
So spoons were process driven or by the book.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would wager a spoon for the quest giver, the literal exclamation mark.
The exclamation mark that comes in and is like, yes, I am here now.
Witness me.
Witness me.
Take that from the pool.
All right. How are you handling it?
There we go. Is gonna bring out the chai tea, set it down in front of Yinaval. Just kind of start trying to scoot some of the code back into the booth as he walks past, with his foot. All right, this is strange. Here, let's take a seat, Mister. Did you have a name?
I have many names.
Okay. Well, pull out a notebook, and start making like hash marks, flip it around.
Long have I wished for someone to ask me my name, that I might tell them all my names.
Lad of war, true gasser. Nah.
So,
Um,
here's the deal. You're kind of starting to the rest of the customers they're starting to notice that you're causing a scene here. So what I need is just list out everything that you need from us. We'll get it to you as quick as we can, and maybe order of importance, like the most important, maybe the easiest things up front, and then we'll kind of try to hit the other stuff past that. How does that sound?
the exclamation mark kind of bends as if nodding, and proceeds to give you a fetch quest of 3 golden eggs, a cola roasted ham, and uh 3 hairs from a donkey's head. There is your very specific fetch quest from the quest giver. Those are the easy ones.
I would just pull out my OmniNet device, reach out to Dawn. Hey, Dawn, I don't know if you can hear me or if we're separated.
You get a response.
Oh, good.
You usually have a CompCon unit in there, right?
It's a cat that likes to walk over the controls and it pilots the mech from the inside.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so good.
That my notes for Frozen Rain, there's a cat in them.
And he just send over the list.
Cool. So, solution to the quest giver, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Delegate it, but
Delegate it. That sounds knifey to me.
Or Spoony.
Or spoony. Yeah. Doing the long route and actually doing the fetch quest. Just getting someone else to do it.
Yeah. By the book, we follow the protocols.
Yeah.
We have a list.
Spoon it is. So decide if you're taking where you're getting the spoon from.
From the pool. I don't have any spoons.
Okay.
Oh,
Nor do any of us really.
Not in this
Okay,
economy.
cool. Next.
all right. I would like to wager my fork and think outside the box. And it is an ongoing meme that Lamosa has solved a lot of problems by just like becoming a lot of different birds and in a very cartoony way being just like part every kind of bird. And so saying that the customers are getting uncomfortable by there not being music playing. She's just gonna start like whistling and making a bunch of different bird songs and calls.
Tea room becomes very weirdly relaxing all of a sudden. Just bit
It's a
zen
nature
with all the
track.
nature track, yeah.
Quick, heck, identify the birds.
I mean, I could.
For anyone that doesn't know, Heck is a real life important person and works on animals.
Specializing in ornithology.
You know.
Like a fucking badass.
So
Or
finally
sorry,
we have
like a forking badass.
fork in the badass. Essin with the tip jar.
So I would like to wager the other fork in the community pool.
Mhm.
And I would like to send Turnip, my little automaton buddy. This is a terrible idea. Essen's not very smart. Turnip's gonna go pick some pockets and try and recoup the money that would have been in the tip jar. originally was going to find the tip jar, but that's not as fun. So Turnip's going to pick some pockets.
I feel like Essen
I
as a
love
character is
that.
just wholesome, 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 crime,
Mhm.
wholesome, 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 wholesome,
Exactly.
crime.
It
Cool.
always
So
takes
theft,
such a left
theft,
Yeah.
turn.
theft is the option there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, you should all work for us,
So
or we'll kill
funny.
you. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
the tip jar's gone. Go and steal money.
All right.
Essen also doesn't know how money works, so that's a big part of it.
Yeah. This isn't dust.
Right. So now we find out the result of the wager. So we now flip flip a card, sorry, for each of the things, and then there is a kind of a cycle of knives beat spoons, spoons beat forks, forks beat knives, and if you draw a heart, it means you just win.
Oh.
So first up, we'll do the who's first? Customer. Let's do food and hair. So food and hair, you wagered a fork, also known as a
Yes.
club in terms of the card suit, and you get a you flip a diamond, which the fork beats.
Oh.
So you win your wager.
So at the core of this donut is yet another donut within which is you accidentally getting a hair in there. Now, of course, I'll clear that off for you. And I'd be so happy to sort that, but, you know, smooth. So, we take our customers' health very seriously, so I will absolutely clear that for you, but at the same time, yeah. I think I solved the mystery, right?
So the fork comes back to you.
Excellent. And that can go back, if I took it from the pool, it's back in the pool, so we still have our 3 forks?
Yep.
Excellent.
Next up, we have the quest giver.
Yep.
And you wagered a spoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I drew a spoon. One moment while I refer to my notes. Right, I think that is a failure.
No.
So that snafu is still in process, and we must discard the cutlery.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
It has been lost.
Oop.
And the quest giver remains incomplete.
Look, donkeys don't exist anymore, alright? They died off a long time ago. I don't
Cannot
know.
get you your donkey's hair. Yeah.
I don't know where you want me to get that.
Fossilized donkey here.
Next up is who ordered this? Does my juggling act work? I wagered a fork. I also fail. So what we end up with is some food on the floor, and one particular customer going, "What's going on?" to whoever they're in the booth with. So I lose my fork.
Oh.
It is in the discard pile. It wasn't a community fork though; that was mine.
Okay.
So.
Are we even serving food? I didn't. I only see tea back there.
I worked so hard in the kitchen.
Right, so that one's still active. The joke is still active. So now we have the music malfunction. You wagered a fork and drew a knife or a diamond. So yours succeeds. The music malfunction is dealt with.
The stream is hearing bird sounds right now, by the way.
I love that.
Cool. Birds. We now have Finally, the tip jar. You drew hearts. Flawless victory.
A little
Orton, as
criminal
you
in
are
the making.
talking to, as Orton is talking to that customer, you just see yourself start to glow a little bit as Turnip crawls by and just reaches into the pocket.
I mean, there could be only one possible conclusion. Is that you should shave your head. And then you never have hair in your food again, except for the moment where you shaved your head into your food. But, beyond that. Have I told you how Lamosa probably knows everybody?
Turnip.
Not this again.
All right. So we've got two snafus remain. We have a quest giver who is. I'm not sure if exclamation points can convey mood very well, but it's doing its best to be slightly disappointed. We then have some food that's all over the floor that should have gone to someone. Anyone else want to have a go at these snafus?
I would like to. I think Orton is gonna step out and see Obskeree, just about at like the point of the food is dropping on the floor, and is gonna rush over. All right, I got a plan, but how good are you at actually juggling? Contact juggling.
She whispers back at you. I'm actually telekinetic.
I'm gonna nod like I know what that means, and then I'm gonna throw some food your way. And then maybe you take these pieces and you put them on the table for whoever looks most disappointed right now. And then
Obskeree is down with this plan.
And then we just kind of get the food onto their plates all the way from the kitchen. So I'm gonna go start cooking it now. You get as many pieces on the plate, on their table as you can.
Okay. Obskeree has decided she's done actually touching the food, so it just reconstructs itself with her telekinesis on its plate, and we will flip to see if that it salutes. Oh, what cutlery
I'm
do you reach here?
absolutely going to use my fork again because
You use the fork. Cool.
Well, depending on the restaurant, it might be a spoon. No, I think I'll use a knife in this case.
I'd say that works because
Yeah,
that's
I'll
quite
use
a
my-
direct. Just give it to the customer. That's a solution.
The floors are spotless. We just constructed them from our collective mental space.
Yeah. Okay. So, knife. Oh, that fails.
Oh. That was my
Uh-oh.
personal knife.
The customer has decided they don't want the food anymore, and they want something else.
Chucking the food across the room, having it caught in the air, and delivered to your plate. It's like, I'm good, actually.
Yeah, I'm alright. Can I have something else? So that still needs resolving. Oh, and you lose the fork.
Yeah, I lost my personal fork.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, knife. Right?
Personal
is-
knife.
Yeah, you had a knife.
had a knife.
Anyone else want to try the quest giver?
Yeah, I don't have. There's no donkeys. They don't exist.
You can try
anymore.
it again.
Anyone
What?
else?
I mean, if we made this building, can we just think of one? And Lamosa's gonna try to think really hard.
I mean,
I'm
think
trying to
of Pops
materialize
and his
these
donkey
items.
cart.
Yeah, exactly.
Donkey's the bit that failed. Yeah. I can't remember what else it wanted, if I'm honest.
3 golden eggs and a cola baked hen.
Nice.
Ham.
Cool. So, what are you using for this?
Oh, I actually. What do we think that that thinking something really hard to materialize it would fall
That's quite
under?
creative.
That's
Quite outside the box.
All right, then let's do a
100%
fork.
support. Yeah.
Okay, so fork. Yeah, knife. That works.
Yeah.
A donkey appears behind the quest giver. It is appeased, accepts the ham, the eggs, and just the whole donkey, and leaves the shop.
Wait, that's a donkey?
Mhm.
It's. Yeah, they don't look any. Whatever. This is all AI fabrication anyway, so I'm sure that's probably not what they really looked like.
Quick question. What are all the words you just said?
So there's some food that belongs to a customer that hasn't made it to the right place yet, which still needs resolving.
Don't they want something else now?
It's still the who ordered this snafu, so
Oh,
it can
okay.
develop into they want something else, but we don't know what that is yet, or maybe we got the wrong person. Whatever's funnier as a solution.
It's just I can just imagine like Ezra walking over and like holding the crumpled plates of food and just bringing them to the next cubby over. Like, so sorry.
Did
about
you
the
want it?
But I don't know. It's. I feel like I just did that, so I'll defer.
So maybe you can intimidate them into taking it anyways.
I literally was gonna say I have a knife, so I will wager my knife, and I will summon my scythe in the middle of this coffee shop, and look as imposing as I can, and place down this very beautiful pie that Orton has made, and said, "You want this pie?" And I'm gonna pick somebody at random. I don't know who it is since we don't know.
It's floor pie as well.
Oh no, I'm afraid Oh, that was a failure. I drew
Damn
club.
it.
So whoever you pick, oh god, just Unival.
You
picked the wrong person.
you just open and it's
One of
literally
the
you just
scary
enter
customers.
like the infinite they've turned their booth into like an infinite corridor where they're just sitting at the end and you put you want this, look up, and it's just like infinite space and like death. It's just no. Okay.
I haven't finished my chai.
Yeah. I'm still enjoying this offering.
Right, we've got to serve this food to someone.
Someone's gotta eat this food. So wait, that was
That was
what
my
did
personal
we-
knife.
Oh, okay. That's not a personal knife.
Yeah. We're good.
Oh, well, you know
Um,
what? We have bioreactors. You know what? Something's got to power this tea shop, whatever the hell this is. Come on, let's. I'm sure there's a reactor somewhere around here. We'll toss it in, get some extra juice for the day.
I mean, acid usually reacts to things.
I'm gonna hold my mouth open.
See?
I feel like that's a knife. Literally just trying to dispose of it. Just done.
Just eat it. Just bring it back to the kitchen and we'll all have a bite.
All right, so we're wagering a knife.
Yep. My knife.
Your knife.
Oh no, my knife is gone. It's a group knife.
Your knife. Whose knife are we wagering?
The party knife. I think we have one knife in the. We
Yeah.
have one knife in our pool.
Hearts. Finally, the bin accepts the food.
My knife
Just-
is placating Guinevere.
We go around to the back and just all start scarfing all the food down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. So that is the round done. So we have made it through a quarter of the day.
We
Um,
did.
Oh no.
What we can just about. What we
See?
can now do.
That wasn't so
is-
bad, right? We're all done. Time to go home.
Yeah. So what you can now do is take a break if you want to. So we all have a teaspoon also in our back pocket. The teaspoon can be used once to go on a break, and you can pick one other character to go on a break with. If we were sat around a table doing this sort of conventional roleplay style, it would be the two of you go off to the kitchen, have a genuine cup of tea, have a chill. The rest of us
Aw.
keep playing. As we're in a stream, and that's a bit complicated to do, we'll just run the break as is, and then pick up play afterwards. So does anyone want to take a break now? The mechanical effect of a break is that it means you can get back you can sorry, take back your cutlery that you lost.
Ooh.
So if you've lost cutlery, you can use a break to get it back, but you do only get 1 break per game.
So mine is currently dealing with the...
Technically 2, if you use your spoon and then someone else picks you to go on a break, you technically might get 2 breaks a game.
I would be happy to take Orton and talk all about what AIs and NHPs and the OmniNet and what all that is.
Hell yeah. I definitely need my knife back as well. Personal.
Yep. So because it's not, even though your knife is in mitigation mode, you can get a knife to Riku and have back. So, while Orton and Leon start talking bizarro future speak in the kitchen, the rest of us have to come back out and deal with the customers. And the next round starts with another catastrophe. So the catastrophe for this round is a black 7, which is a power cut.
Oof.
No.
Someone needs to deal with the power cut.
Like the 2 most equipped people are in the kitchen.
Yeah,
We just do the same thing.
I'm on break, okay?
So currently we still have some forks in the communal pool, so I'm gonna suggest we wager one of those because Obskeree has a plan. Obskeree is a puppeteer and can summon puppets, so she's going to summon tears of my players. She is going to summon something that looks like a generator that's been knitted out of felt and start trying to plug it up to the mains. And she just looks up at you sheepishly and goes, "This will work as long as everybody thinks it will." Power
Okay.
comes back on.
We just think really hard.
The power comes back on, and a fork is being used to mitigate that. So we have a fork out of action. The community pool now looks like, I think, 1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 knife. That sound right?
I think we have 2 spoons, unless someone else wagered one.
We might have 2 spoons still.
Yeah, that's what I have.
That's fine.
is 2.
Okay.
Yeah, all our spoon bets paid off.
Well, mine
Alright.
failed.
Well, that was personal spoon though, right?
No.
Oh.
I had
So-
a personal
but we
knife.
originally had 3 spoons.
Yeah.
Which explains why we now have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, with our cutlery sorted, let's resume our very normal tea shop and draw the snafus for the round.
It'll just be 3 or 5 for 3 of you to handle.
So that will be 3 of us, because you don't draw cards because you're on a break, unless you want to come back and rejoin the round now.
We have a lot to discuss.
Me too.
So maybe not this round. Yeah. I believe in y'all.
Right. Lamosa draws a queen of diamonds. Some customers have started rearranging the seating.
Gasp.
Essen draws the Black Joker, which is your past is back to haunt you.
Oh no.
You can describe what that means. And I draw 6 of spades. The entertainment is missing.
Oh.
So
Alright.
where'd you go?
Oh no.
Isn't Obskeree the entertainment?
Obskeree can be the
Juggling.
Yeah, that would explain why it's now missing. People were starting to enjoy the show. Oh well. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
happy to take the entertainment.
Yeah, I'll deal with the customers moving around the furniture.
No.
Oh, good.
Essen
Excellent.
can
It's
Here's
deal
like
with
Essen,
Grandma.
like what
their own
are we
tasks.
supposed to do?
Okay. Essen, do you want to go first?
Okay, I'm trying to decide which thing that tried to kill us is showing back up. I'm gonna go with that person that we recently screwed over, the really rich guy, in the mask, in the gold mask. Rich person, I don't know their gender. But this very, very rich person walks in and demands payment for the all of the crystals that we did not give. We didn't deliver as much as we should have.
Sibylla, I think is their name.
I'm sorry, say again.
Sibylla?
Sevilla, thank you. So yes, Sevilla walks in and is seething, and I am going to use. So we can always use the approach of what we naturally respond with, correct?
Yep. And you can also convert cutlery into your natural approach for the purpose of a wager, if you need to.
Okay, got it.
But when there is no
But it-
cutlery left, you can always that's the one you'll be using as well.
But it's better to use cutlery if it's available.
Yeah.
Okay. This might be a bit of a stretch, but I would like to wager one of the spoons and just have Turnip take all of the money, which I don't know if this opens back up the tip jar problem. But
Yep,
I would like to
snafus.
have.
When snafus are done, they're done. So
Okay,
it won't reopen that.
Okay, cool. Turnip is going to walk over and just out of pockets that I didn't know he had, coins are just going to start dropping out. All of the money that he has taken from all of the guests is going to start dropping out in front of Sevilla, and I'm gonna see if Sevilla takes it.
What
Brilliant.
exactly is this? Is this paper?
It seems important here. I don't, and Essen is also going to turn around and start making a cup of. Essen probably doesn't know what. I can't even say it right now. I was going to say chamomile chamomile tea is. But I was thinking of the video. Essen probably doesn't know what chamomile tea is, and so would probably say, "Here's a cup of chamomile," and is also going to offer that to Sevilla, in the hopes that it will appease them.
Oh my god, flawless is chamomile. Love it. Cool. So for the entertainment going missing, Obskeree will step in. It's what she does. She will summon a few puppets and start putting on a puppet show. Whether or not it's to the taste of the patrons, we will see. Limosa.
Right. What Lamosa is going to do, is make a new seating arrangement plan, like
Oh.
a new like blueprint and everything.
Got to say sorry. I'll be wagering the community knife for
Okay.
that.
Yeah, Lamosa's gonna try to make like a new seating arrangement that fits whatever the customers are doing, in a way that it still makes it easy for all of the staff, which is just us, to be able to maneuver through everything. I'm not sure if we could use a spoon for that.
That's a spoon like
Yeah.
to me.
If we're writing the book, is it by the book if we're writing the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
So spoon works. So we have spoon, 2 spoons, and a knife on the board, and now seems like a good time for the break to end, so you can come and see the outcome
Yeah.
in the flesh, so to speak, and pitch in if it goes horribly wrong. So let's have a look at the past coming back to haunt Essen. Draw a heart.
Yeah.
Whoever this person is, they are appeased.
All right. I suppose if you were to pass over this recipe and take this paper, maybe fashion it into something. But our business is not concluded. I expect us to have a meeting.
We can take care of that when we're not in whatever this is. Can you just... And Essen is going to take a handful of chamomile tea bags and hand them to Sevilla. is not handing over any recipe. Is just gonna hand over some tea bags.
So for the entertainment, I drew 8 of clubs, which is a win because... Wait, no. No, that was a knife. I fail. Oh my god, nobody likes my puppet show. Nobody likes my puppet
no.
show.
They have no taste.
Oh.
We're out of knives. We're knives out.
No.
Knives out. Does anyone have any personal knives? Oh, I have a natural knife, so I can default to knife.
I do just I just got a personal knife.
Same.
Brilliant. So we have some knives, sort of in play. So I failed. Let's see how the rearranged seating goes. So that was a spoon. Oh, I drew also spoon. So that is a fail. We lose a spoon.
Personal or party spoon?
That was party.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, this is a rough round. Okay.
Oh, no.
look what happens when we're not here.
Help.
So you come back to see a very sad affair as Obskeree is putting heart and soul into this little performance with the little hand puppets, and the guests are just ignoring her. We also have so just an argument that started as a result of the rearranged seating. This customer's going, no, but there's an extra one of us, you see, so we need the extra seat here.
Orton, you go deal with the puppet show. You seem very personable. I'm gonna go see if I can create some order over here.
Yeah, but look, I'm just gonna tell you like this: if the person you're interested in is interested more in a technological piece of advancement than you are, you really just gotta confront them. You know, just really come out with it. I can't imagine any piece of Arcanotech would ever beat, actual kin.
Different things, but we'll see.
Look, someone can't. I can't imagine someone actually be dating a
Hey, Orton, can you go start performing, please?
What?
Can you just come on and start performing? Essen has been clapping and laughing during the puppet show to try and hype it up, and seeing that it is not working, is trying to tap Orton in.
You see how much.
This is what happens when half of
demand.
our customers are demons. They're just not that interested in
You see what
wholesome puppet shows.
happens. You see what happens, Leon, when I'm though that is a killer puppet show, so I gotta go get involved with that. And he's just gonna kind of literally slide in the small space, and is already pulling out some small explosives. So, how much fireworks we gonna work with here, Obskeree?
How much he got?
He looks at you, rolls away from under the table where he grabbed the big bomb, and rolls back over, literally putting the ball over him, rolling with the ball on his tummy, just rolling over in this really strange motion. How big do you want to get?
From a little portal beside her small hand, a felt cannon rolls out very slowly. And her eyes light up.
It's the start of something beautiful, Obskeree.
Right. What are you wagering for that?
I am going to wager my I like gambling with party resources, so I'll wager a fork because we are about to turn this into the 1812 overture with puppets.
Oh yeah. You wagered a fork?
Yes.
I drew spoon, which means we fail. They're still not interested even with the light show.
No.
Boo these customers.
The big explosions start going off, and the demon crow pops its head around. Not again.
Just a hole in the wall next to him now.
Yeah.
Just a
Very,
breeze.
very angry, and so Orton immediately gets cowed and just starts going smaller fizzles, and it doesn't hit the same.
Interestingly, now that there's a hole in the wall, you can see that there's actually a street outside the cafe. It's not just the weird wibbly pastel space. There is actually, we appear to be somewhere.
My God, It's Detroit.
Thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so the rearranged seating, how's that going down?
Lamosa, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see that you're trying to create some compromised order here. What we really need is just some, and he'll like stand up and just in like this drill sergeant voice just start directing people of where to go and like commanding like tables to go at these certain angles and line them up in perfect unison, perfect rank and file. And absolutely gonna wager my own knife.
The O knife
Yeah.
is a failure. I also drew the
Oh.
knife. Oh God,
Oh.
our customers are just horrible. Okay, so we all get another shot at any of these. I might try the customer rearranging. I might be like, you might got this, and she'll just leave her puppets in existence with you and go and try and just slowly start rearranging the furniture on her own, because she's small enough, she's under people's sight lines, so she's just going to put stuff back when they move it. Which is going to be with... It's going to have to be with that last community spoon, but I'm going to use my natural approach, so I'm using the ability to convert it. So that spoon is temporarily a knife for the purpose of this wager.
Your camera blurred it out, so it looked like your camera was censoring the knife.
It's my pen.
Exactly.
I know a knife when I see one.
See, you've played Knifey Spoony before. Is now a knife. Does that work? Yes, it does! Oh my goodness. The seating ends up back where it was to begin with, because Obskeree's just scooting all the furniture back after people move it. And they give up eventually. They're just like, well, this isn't working.
So spoons are...
Spoons are spades. In terms of the card draw.
That's like the by the book, the process driven.
Yep, but I used it as if it was a knife.
Right. So I think the only thing that most of us have left is the spoon.
Luckily, the spoon is still around. So it's still it's still a spoon for everyone else, unless you have, like I do, the ability to go, I'm going to pretend this is something else.
Yeah, I haven't always used fork for my personal approach, but I do have my also personal knife, so I'm covered. I'm great. Can I take a stab at the entertainment again?
Yeah. Well, don't forget, we do also still have a knife and a fork currently mitigating catastrophes. We could reassign those to wager them if we needed to.
I am thinking that I will take a quick and direct approach by taking that community knife. Well, with the knife that's mitigating Unival for the scary customer, by trying to put on as big of and like wild a show as possible. Like you ever been in, like, you never seen those videos where like someone orders champagne at a club and they just make a whole spectacle of it with like sparklers and everything? Orton is going to get on a bomb, his big beach ball bomb, and start rolling around juggling explosives that are just gonna go off. Like, honestly, in my head, it's kind of almost like it's a mix of like Gandalf's fireworks and the Weasley twins disrupting the owls.
Oh yeah.
With like
Really
just
glad this is a big tea shop.
yeah, exactly.
This was a small tea shop. This wouldn't work.
Throwing them up into the space and just filling, the large, airy areas above everybody to just like be this traveling show before, trying to Pele up and then kick the big bomb into the sky, which is going to be like, again, big Venetian firework. So yeah, I'll
That's a knife, and I drew clubs, which is a fork, which wins. I'm over you, I'm afraid. They still don't like the explosions.
just breathing heavily, and everyone's still eating food. Ah! But he's, of course, like, shot the big explosive just outside of the drapes and area of Yenival's area.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does mean that Unival is no longer mitigated, and the demon bird next door is like, I'm trying to get work done.
Yeah, so am I. Why don't
So,
you
yeah.
bend me through space and time again?
So, yeah, we need to deal with the
Scary customer.
digital thing.
The demon, the digital demon that thinks it's a god.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, he's not looking too happy with his chai.
I am no longer appeased with this sacrifice. You must provide me with something more.
Do we have baked goods? I don't.
How do you feel about pies?
You might send upon me your greatest sacrifices and see what appeases me.
All right, so I'll get a meat pie then.
Just
If
love
it
the thought that
contains
from the next cubby over, you've just got the demon bird going, oh, for goodness sake. The villains being deeply unimpressed by each other.
Exactly.
Sounds pretty by the book, following a recipe.
Yeah.
Gotta do the.
Gotta
Do the
special
cooking with
fork.
the fuck.
If the way is hazy, gotta do the perfect recipe. You know it can't be
lazy.
busy recipe. The cake will
And
end up
the
crazy.
praise.
Did you do the cooking by the book? You will break it down.
No, not that version.
So that was
DMC is already
spoon?
after us.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
That
a
was a
spoon.
spoon. Hearts.
Yeah.
Still have a spoon.
All right. Oh wait, no, we didn't need to wager for that because that was just the mitigation.
Oh.
Apologies, that was me getting excited. Then I thought we'd fix something.
We
Nope,
don't have a spoon.
We just mitigated an existing problem. We've still got unamused customers with no entertainment.
So that spoon is technically gone now, right?
That does technically mean that flip should have counted for the wager, but because I've drawn it, I'm gonna have to put it to the bottom of the deck. I'm sorry.
So, I don't have any cutlery to work with.
You've always got your natural approach, so whatever that would be.
So you can. Okay, so you always have a knife. I always
You essentially always have a thing, yeah. I also always have a knife, as should most people, I think, in this game. I feel like there's a lot of knives.
I would love to just pull up the OmniNet, pull up like files of old diners from many hundreds of years ago, like the old like skating diners.
Post-Union era.
Yeah.
Pre-Union era, rather. Like, oh wow.
Long ago.
That's a pull.
It just like extrapolate that into this digital image over top of the tea shop and just, have these skating waiters and waitresses as they just kind of fly from table to table.
So, wagering against a knife.
Yeah.
Hearts again! That actually works. They don't like explosions, they don't like puppets, they do like
Who doesn't like skating
rollerblades or whatever it
circus?
is.
Yeah.
Skaters, yeah.
What is that, like 40s
Yeah, but the
diner aesthetic?
1940s.
Okay.
That's where the demons come from. They elected Reagan.
Right. We've cleared the round!
Yeah.
2 out of 4 to go.
2 out of
Despite
4.
fewer problems, I think we had a harder time.
And we lost a lot of cutlery. So, with that, who wants to go on break and use their teaspoon?
Since we're about halfway, we can stop and take an IRL break, give everyone a chance to grab a drink, stretch your
I think
legs.
that's a good idea.
And come back with the second half of this mess.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Chaos.
Well, we've
maybe?
only got one busted wall
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
a generator being held up by belief. It's technically still standing.
Yeah, most of it. All right, we'll be back in just a few minutes. See you soon, everybody. And welcome back. We left off having finished the second part of our day. With only 2 more and a cavalcade of failures behind us, I'm sure the rest of this will go swimmingly. Let's kick that music back up and let's do it.
All right. Before the break, some customers came in. They weren't very amused. A wall fell down. Sorry, a wall got blown up. Sorry, apologies. We've got 2 demons in 2 of the front booths. The power is tentatively currently working until someone looks at the generator and realizes it's made of felt. So just don't look at the generator. So, to begin the third round, or sorry, to end the second round, really, who is going to take a break?
I will take a break.
Cool. Who are you taking with you?
If nobody has any inclinations, nobody is like, I need this. I feel like Lamosa and I are like deserve a breather after Leon
After
and
running
Orton
around,
left us.
I was like, I'm tired.
So, Leon and Orton, have you both got your learned cutlery?
Yep.
Your learned approaches.
Mine is a fork.
Do you have it, or has it been
Yes,
discarded? Am
I
the only
do
one?
have it.
I've got my personal still, but if you want to take a break, I'd absolutely take one. We could chat.
Cool.
Puppets and explosives.
Which means
I got
that
this.
Leon is on his own for the start of this round.
Let's go. Bring it.
It's all good. Right, I'm gonna give myself my fork back. There we go. Right. So the beginning of the round, as the rest of us go and take a break. Leon encounters. He read 6. A conspiracy theorist comes in.
I'm so jealous.
That is catastrophe number 3.
Like irrelevant conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of other games with conspiracy theorists. Oh.
Yeah, so a man in a black turtleneck and some glasses. It looks a little heavier set, but more grizzled. Walks in and is looking around with wild eyes, checking his phone, recording things. Okay, wildly, Turk knows exactly what I just did.
No.
Right. But we have our conspiracy theorist. How are you going to mitigate them before they start disrupting things?
I'm gonna use my fork.
Okay.
Which is creative or outside of the
Yep.
box, right?
Yep.
Which is perfect because my good friend Sim and I have a lot of discussions, while you're traveling through space. And Sim can be a little out there with some ideas. So I am going to pull up a hologram from the OmniNet of Sim, just sit the 2 of them down, and just play through all of the various conspiracy theories of her own that we've discussed over the years, and just let the 2 of them just hash it out.
I actually really love that. That's
Yeah.
so perfect.
So the U.S. government, I'm fairly certain, is funding the ways to, like, hide where Bigfoot actually is at all times because, he's an operative of some deep state. And it's like, yeah, I have similar thoughts about, what Harrison Arms is or rather, like, SSC is actually secretly been doing to hide all their past, like, the fact they just sell synth skin to pilots, I think that's really messed up.
And I am recording. Is it okay if I feature you on my YouTube channel once I get it back?
My gosh, you're recording onto the old net? No, honestly, that's smart. That's really smart. The old net's a lot more secure because no one really knows how to go there. Do you connect to the OmniNet yet?
Back away slowly.
I mean, have you talked to some... I could get you in contact with some Onyx people who have some really interesting thoughts that humanity, as it's formed right now, is actually just like it'll just...
Brilliant. across the aisle. Our resident demon hitch of the day bird just put some headphones on just to drown out the conspiracy theorists.
I feel so bad for this demon.
Having an awful day.
He can't catch a break. He's got someone who thinks he's a god in the booth next to him. He's got conspiracy theorists chatting across the aisle. There was an explosion beside his head not long ago. He's having a bad day.
Fairly certain that's just Starbucks.
Cool. That's out of the way. So let's. I think around the time that happens, Obskeree will come back. So we two, Orton, will be doing.
So all I'm telling you is, if you can get that felt thing onto onto the little poppers here, you can have your puppets holding the explosives. If you kind of oomph it like you're talking about, oomphing things.
Eyes light up. My bombardier could be real.
Exactly, and you could throw it into the audience, and when their eyes, or when their faces are blackened by the actual explosives.
She thinks this is a great idea. You don't know what chaos you've unleashed.
Orton, what have you done?
Only what I was made to do.
Alright, so as we walk in, the snafus kick off.
Yeah.
So Leon's snafu is a 3 of clubs, which is a grumpy regular. No, that's a lie. It's a bad tipper. So we have a bad tipper who comes in. For Obskeree, we have an unusual craving. So the point of these prompts is that they can be interpreted however you want. So that could be Obskeree gets an unusual craving, or a customer does, or I don't know, one of the chairs becomes sentient and gets an unusual craving. It's really up to us what that means.
Person who tackles it, yeah.
So I'm gonna say that one manifests as Obskeree just suddenly really, really wanting some bacon. We've been talking about things cooking, and now she's like, why don't we serve bacon? I learned about this when I visited the human realm. They have bacon. It's mind-blowing.
Is that because Steph is now suddenly wanting bacon?
We now have, for Orton, Jack of Hearts. Which is an annoying fly. Comes in through that hole in the wall that you made.
Oh no.
Oh, I would love to tackle that fly.
Right. You have a high-powered sniper rifle.
I have an anti-material sniper rifle.
What could possibly go wrong?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so those on break, you can hop in whenever you like. But we will carry on until you feel ready to do so. So, you've got a plan for the fly? Do you want to go first?
Yes. Absolutely using a knife here. Because sending the order to my Lancer, or my giant mech, Dawn's First Light, who is just going to scope in from through that giant hole with the anti-material sniper rifle, which can penetrate any armor. And I mean, it full on just disintegrates things. So we're gonna aim for the fly and just.
I love the situation here. So what's happened is Orton has noticed a fly and is like, oh, a fly. And Leon's just gone, that thing needs to die.
I've got it.
Have you ever had a fly in your cockpit while you're on mission? You can't open your cockpit. It just has to sit there for hours.
Right. I'm going... Obskeree's doesn't actually know where bacon comes from or how it's made, but she's going to go into the kitchen and try to fix herself some bacon, which I'm going to use my newly reclaimed fork for. I'm going to wager my fork on that.
Orton is going to be handling the cashier's stand and notice that the person has not put a tip in, and is going to use a personal knife to take the direct approach. And like as they're going, just kind of like as they're pulling their hand away to get their receipt, just like kind of put his hand on them, and then just, I'm sorry, I noticed you didn't drop a tip in the jar, which is, of course, a completely optional situation for both of us. However, not tipping does come with a little bonus, as he's going to just put a little, like just like the appropriately sized explosive into their like breast pocket, and just like have an have this kind of longer fuse that he just is holding in his fingers, like right between where he's gonna snap, and it seems like they might just start. It's just like an option, because if you don't, of course, you do get the employee thanks package, and and then he's just gonna move and just cut half of it off, and then grab the new end and lean a little bit closer.
Cool. So let's see if any of this works. So, let's start with the fly. That is you used a knife, I have drawn a spoon. The fly does indeed disintegrate.
Anti-material round. I imagine it's carried out to the like stratosphere, and then finally.
This rifle is also probably the size of this cafe. It is held by a giant robot. So
when it hits the target, does it carry through, or do we have another hole in the opposite end of the cafe now?
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, good. Through draft.
So wait, this wasn't your personal anti-material. This was your. This is your mech.
Yeah.
This is the Lancer.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just through the whole Dawn sticks.
So the cafe just seems to pause as this explosion just whistles through, and the people who hadn't noticed the fly are like, "What just happened?"
Worry not, citizen.
The bird demon in the corner just turns up the volume on what he's listening to.
Just
got it.
Usually on the earphone.
I got the fly. Don't worry.
Yeah. Right. What was the other thing? It was
Bacon.
It was the bacon.
Yeah.
Creative bacon. So Obskeree's trying to recreate something. She doesn't know how it's made. She can just about remember how it tastes. We're going to see how that goes in the kitchen. Unsurprisingly, she fails. So I'm going to say that manifests as small fire. Just a very small fire is happening now. Whatever she was doing, she's burnt. Didn't work.
Don't cook the felt.
So that failed, and I lose my fork that I'd only just got back. Gosh darn it. And finally, the bad tipper, direct approach, also fails. Maybe it's one of the bird demon's minions, and they're just not that impressed by the implication of small fireworks.
In their pocket, just like it watches go down to the very end, and he's got to cut it before it actually goes off. And they're just standing there. He pulls the explosive out slightly.
Nope.
Hey,
oh, that's
Edson
awkward.
and Lamosa, any chance you could pop out here for a second?
Please help us.
Essen just like walks in and takes like a big, I can't sip my tea because it's too hot, but takes a big sip of tea and surveys the scene.
Small fire
There's a
in the
new
kitchen,
hole in a wall.
a new hole in the wall, and a standoff at the counter.
Really awkward standoff.
Essen's gonna look at Orton. Why are you holding their hand?
Why, are you jealous?
No, it's just weird.
Could you be jealous?
Sure, Orton.
This person has
Heartbroken.
opted not to give us a tip for our exceptional service and explosive performance. And I am now like very coddling their hand. Now, this breaks my heart, because you see, my family, They only get the money I get off of tips. This is a realm that me and several others have constructed with our minds that I don't know how long still exist. Now I know we just met. I trust you. No, probably not. Which is why this can work so much better. And he's just buying time for the actual solution.
It wasn't even for the wager, that was just stellar. Okay, cool. Anyone got any ideas?
Okay, so to recap, what are the current problems?
So the current problems are
customer.
Obskeree. Well, the actual problem is Obskeree has an unusual craving for bacon. The fire was the consequence of it not having gone according to plan. We then have a customer at the bar who is refusing to tip.
But no fly. The fly is still
But
on.
no fly. Just
fly
a nice
is-
breeze.
We got cross current now.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's gonna be a wild one. I'm gonna handle the customer that won't tip by just being my little bird self and like fluffing up my feathers a little bit and looking like as cute as possible, like an ASPCA commercial. Looking real sad that they're not tipping and try to like guilt them into tipping.
The angel far away.
Okay. So what would you say you're using for that?
I don't know.
What can you use for that? What are your options?
I mean, I'm back from break, so I could do a fork.
Oh,
Yeah?
perfect. It's just a small contribution. You two can make sure that this wonderful kin can raise their family of 15.
Okay, does that work? Does this beat a fork? It works! The customer is moved almost to tears by how adorable this is, and now feels like an utter monster for having ever denied funds to such a worthy cause.
Given the setting we're playing from, they probably are actually a monster.
Meanwhile, you hear a very small and meek voice going, I don't know what bacon is, but I really want it, from the kitchen.
Oh.
So you probably have your Velociguana, right?
Would I have my Are you implying that
What
I
do
still
you
have
mean you
Velociguana?
Yeah.
have your Velociguana?
Excuse me?
Alternatively, I can try it again.
I have a spoon and a knife, and I really feel like I would need a fork for this, which is why I'm struggling.
What's your Velociguana's name?
Oh, it's fine. While you have a
Potato.
think, Obskeree will try and defeat this demon again on her own. She'll be like, okay, I can do this. I'm just going to try to remember the bacon, and maybe I can make it happen, rather than trying to physically do it. So, using the direct approach of just going, I'm just going to want it really, really much. Just, yes, please. Does that work? No, it doesn't. What she ends up with is her vague memory of bacon on a plate in front of her, which isn't quite right.
Bacon hasn't existed for a very long time, but I mean, I have some access to some 3D protein printers. I can give it a shot.
Don't know what 3D protein printers are, but if they make bacon, let's go.
Yeah, I'll spend my fork and try to set my protein printer for bacon. Also not knowing entirely what that means, but sure.
You wagered a fork.
Yeah.
You succeed. It produces something that is close enough to bacon that it fools Obskeree's craving. And now she can focus on work again.
I'm sure it's just this rambled description of what bacon should be, trying to program that all in and then eventually giving up and just hitting enter. Something comes out.
Yeah. She's like, you know what? This is fine. This'll do. It's close enough.
Just don't
Right.
ask what it's made of.
And we have cleared the snafus. We're done for the round. Only one further piece of significant, technically 2 pieces of significant damage to the place if you include the fire. So, who has their teaspoon left to take a break?
I think, yeah, 2 of us do. So, does anyone need their personal item? I lost mine. Well, we just had a break, so I don't know. Melissa, do you want to take off?
I mean, like, I just came off a break.
Well, yeah, we both did.
You came back, looked cute, and then left again.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it got the job done.
That's literally all I do for a job now.
You know what? I'm down.
Cool.
It's not easy being cute. I don't know.
Yep.
Anyone else need a everyone else is good?
I mean, you don't have to take the break. It's all good.
Yeah, I think I'll hold on to the break.
Cool. All right. In that case, it is me and thee, Lamosa. On the way through, Obskeree's like, I hope this doesn't come across as rude, but can I ride you like a mount? You're about the right size.
I mean, yeah, I could probably carry you.
I always wanted to fly on a bird. She just climbs on your back.
Yes.
So many directions.
My own wings. I can use yours.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Yeah, we can use my teaspoon.
There were so many directions
Berg.
the sentence could go.
Obskeree is a being of pure innocence. She doesn't know what you mean.
I know, but I'm not. As a person, as a player. Anyway, what's going wrong now, boss?
So, the last catastrophe for the round, for the final round. Let's see. It is King of Spades, which is an invasion of pets.
This is
Specifically, just pet invasion. That is the prompt.
Perhaps the, hundreds to thousands of birds that you all followed into that crystal cave decided to come and pay a visit, and would just not even through the front door, through the 2 giant holes in the wall, just file on in. And
Every time they cross the threshold, though, the bell by the door goes to indicate a new customer coming in.
hundreds of times.
Just. Yep. Okay.
it's somehow playing through the fire and flames.
Mm. Very good bell.
Okay. Leon, what did you have on the conspiracy theorist? What was your cutlery on there?
I've
The
got
fork.
a fork down on that.
Fork. Okay. All right. You can't place your always cutlery on the jeez. Okay. I am eunuch at an orgy right now.
I don't believe so. Let me double check. It's always that moment where it's you go through many iterations of rules and then you slightly sometimes second guess what ones have made it into the final draft.
Don't worry about it.
Nope, you can't.
Okay. Like I said, I'm a eunuch at an orgy, so I got nothing in here.
Got nothing.
Essen.
Oh no. All I've got is a knife or the community spoon.
Do we have a community spoon still?
Do we have any community cutlery left?
I thought we
Oh,
lost
thought
we
we were
have
all-
one spoon.
I think we're all out. I think
Yeah.
we're
Oh
fresh out.
no. Oh,
Yeah, we're out
dear.
of
I've
people.
been tracking with dice. I'm pretty sure we're all out
Yeah.
of community.
Okay, I have a knife. I will if this doesn't work, what am I supposed to do? I am going to go to our very disgruntled manuscript writing demon bird. And I'm going to ask him, because I don't speak bird, I'm going to ask the demon bird to request that the birds all sit down at one table. It's the direct approach. I'm just going to go over to him, and I know that he hates us because we tried to shoot him out of the sky.
Okay.
More than that, the demon bird is a predator to these birds.
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Whatever. I already said it. That's all
I
got.
mean, so
Specifically
Fish
tell him to
are
sit
friends.
down.
as far as
No.
mitigations go, it works. Because
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
mitigations always work. So that's a knife. He just kind of takes off his headset, looks at you, and is like, fine. And does as you request.
I like to picture all of the birds have just like settled onto like different tables, but as the tables are rocking, they're doing that thing that birds do on power lines where they all kind of go with it. So there's just the sea of dancing birds right now.
Beautiful. And hey, our natural soundtrack is back from earlier. We got birdsong again.
Reverberating. They're like hummingbirds
Yeah.
too. Oh my gosh.
Okay. The snafus. Who's present? Me and Lamosa are on break. So we've got
It's-
three snafus.
Acid Orden and Leon.
Snafu the first. Essen. You got 5 of spades. Oh no. Someone's allergies are kicking off.
Oh man.
Who's allergic to birds?
The next snafu is 5 of clubs. Someone has a really complicated order. It's probably that table of birds, if I'm honest. Finally, we have 4 of diamonds. The chef, who we apparently have, starts complaining that he can no longer cook anything because his knife is blunt.
I'm happy to take the complicated order.
I can take the knife. The chef's knife.
Oh gosh, you're letting me handle allergies. Okay. The one who just went into there's hair in your food? Well, let me turn the blame back on you. Okay.
So I'm going to go to the birds, and I assume that we have a very expansive menu, but I'm going to narrow it to 2 options. This is something that we used to do when I worked at Disney World. We're going to narrow it to 2 options. We're going to place like the menu down, and they're just going to go up and just peck at the option. I'm using my personal spoon of just like, by the book, you only give them 2 options, so they still get to choose, but they don't get to overwhelm the kitchen.
Very cunning, considering the kitchen's currently out of order.
See if I can.
I hope Orton has something, or I hope Leon has something ready to go.
Perfect.
Well, as we all know, of course, Lancers run off of a nuclear engine, which produces a vast amount of heat to the point where it can actually melt down your Lancer. So once again, just going to put the call out to Dawn's First Light, who's just going to come stand next to the coffee shop, lean down, and just start venting that superheated exhaust. I'm going to take the knife and just stick it in it till it gets warm enough to reforge into a sharper knife.
Who is the chef, by the way? Do we have an idea for pick an NPC you like? Who should the chef
Pops.
be?
It's fucking
Pops,
Pops,
yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
it? Because the only person who could literally teleport around with like lightning powers, it would be the old man Pops Harlow himself. He's got a super like elegant long sword that this is probably what needs to be sharpened now.
That's the knife. Yeah.
That's the knife that he needs to be reforged in nuclear heat. So
Yeah.
And he absolutely would, after all the chaos, be like, all right, I'm drawing the line at a blunt knife.
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore.
My sword's blunt! You blunted my sword with all your orders of bacon and whatever the hell that is. I can't cut felt with this.
But Obskeree started a fire with a knife. That's
I'm also
With the
using my
bacon
knife. I don't know if I mentioned that.
brilliant. Cool. Okay. So we got what is that using? The nuclear reforge.
My knife. Most direct approach. Just reforge it.
I've lost it on my sheet in front of me. Where is it? Blunt knife, here we go. A knife for the knife. Allergies. Who has allergies?
I have
What
allergies. What are allergies anyway? So this person is having an allergic reaction to something we've served them. This human, which is like weird because they're not kin. Like there are no humans in Icon. So he's like looking at them like and he's going to look at what they've eaten. And then with like other food around on other tables I'm going to use my fork that I always have to do some creative thinking to try and mix together an antidote from the various other complicated orders that have been coming out of the kitchen. And all the teas and stuff we have, and really try and get an antihistamine going.
Cool. Let's see how these wagers go. So first up, we have complex order, which was a spoon. At this point, should we come back from our, I don't know, sky tour that we did, or whatever? Right. So hearts. The complex order, narrowing it down to 2 options, worked a absolute treat. So that is this one off. We now have the blunt knife. Doesn't work.
Who could have foreseen?
I will let you explain how this doesn't work, but it doesn't.
It's a magical magical katana. Clearly, you cannot melt a magical weapon with a traditional heat. It doesn't work. Come up with something else.
And the allergies with the fork does not work. They also appear to be allergic to whatever you've concocted.
Oh no. Bomb? No, bomb, not bomb. Just snips the immediate fuse he lit.
I'm having to think. So direct approach. Obskeree's going to be like, well, I'm sorry about the fire I started with your knife, sword. Let me just make you a new one. And she tries to summon a puppet knife. Hopefully that'll do.
Just one of those wooden swords.
This is a little wooden sword.
If this works, Pops is starting the next session with a little felt knife.
Oh.
Right, does it work? What did I do? Knife. Oh my god, it worked! Yes!
You just have to believe!
Something I did worked! It worked, and so the little felt knife just appears to be sharp enough to cut whatever he was cutting, so he's just like, okay. It's being held up by a felt generator, a felt sword, it's all good. What's the last one? Allergies. Any other ideas for allergies?
Being a bird, I don't think Lamosa can help very much.
Essen, I'm going to use my spoon feature, and is just going to take the straightforward approach and scoop this person up and walk them outside. away from
Nice.
whatever they're allergic to.
That is a a good piece of advice which people should follow if you're allergic to something is go away from it. So that's cool. That's very by the book. See if that works.
I was gonna say, Essen, you can remove condition from.
Yeah. You can cure
Oh my
people.
God, I forgot. Too bad. Scoop them up.
It looks like the customer doesn't want to be removed.
Go to scoop them
They're
up, get socked in the face.
They want to finish their oolong tea, and they will not be dissuaded, even as they're like getting increasingly puffy.
Remove their allergy.
You can go straight ahead and try again, Essen, or someone else can give it a go.
I'm happy to use the much more genius idea of my companions, and I will cast Cure.
Okay. Does that work? Oh, also no.
Alright, look. We're just gonna have to let this one go.
I'm also allergic to magic. What are you doing?
I am Orton's gonna pull out not a knife as in per the rules of the game, but several like very tiny knives and just try to give them like acupuncture to relieve stress in the areas in which they're inflating.
Cool.
Just really quick. Okay.
What's that a wager with?
I would like to use a fork. I'll put a fork in there too.
You succeed. The acupuncture works.
Just watch it. It just deflates.
All the puffiness just.
Yeah. The skin just softens and he's like, all right, now I'm gonna pull this all out at once. Just don't panic. Just. All right. Look. I am like a Wolverine.
Okay.
Look, Essen, I'm magic too, but with knives.
Proud of you, Orton. Very proud.
The nice thing you've said to me.
We have made it to the end of the day. As the store starts to close, the birds file out, the demon bird files out, the digital demon files out and says, yes, the chai was good.
The chai was sufficient to my needs, but our war is not over, invader.
Yeah. See you in the battlefield.
Fine. The demon bird's just like, I got nothing done.
Oh,
It
no.
was a waste of my
That's
day.
the manuscript.
No.
But the place is still standing. And as all the customers file out, slowly the wonderful ambience, slightly decimated though it may be with the various holes and fire and stuff, just fades back into that nice mirage-y pastels. And Obskeree salutes you all and says, I hope you all wake up fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Leon will like list off his like 15-digit authorization pilot code. And simulation.
Nothing happened.
Is that working for you? It's okay if I steal that. I'll just remember that for later.
Oh, here we go.
Is that gonna unlock a giant robot thing?
Sam,
Really like for that too.
Sam, this isn't funny.
Sim, I mean, look, I've been called worse things in the dark.
Rechecks her watch. 5, 4,
Hey,
3,
Scree!
2,
Remember the
1.
explosives!
And you all wake up, wherever it was you fell asleep.
I had the most wonderful dream. And you were there, and you were there, and Pops was there. I mean, Pops is real mad, and so that's no different, but...
As far as weird dream episodes go, this can be as canon as you want it to be.
100%.
Ooh.
It is.
1,000,000%.
This game
So
is
yeah.
so much fun.
Thank you very
Mhm.
much for playing Coffee and Chaos, coming soon to some form of sales platform near you.
My fucking heart explodes with this game. And that's not a character choice. That is me as a person. This is just so excellent.
So chaotic. I love it.
It's it's chaos and character building and lovely like tea shop, coffee shop vibes at the same time. It's so cozy.
Yeah, it's a coffee shop AU, but a one-shot. It's great.
Cozy? I feel as if I was wearing a blanket the whole time.
That's awesome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for bringing this to us and creating this awesome game.
Well, me and obviously the other half of Cold
Yeah.
Path, Jack Milton. Shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. But that is where we're going to bring our game to a close for today. We do have one more stream this evening where we're playing some Alien, not Alien Isolation. We're playing some Alien. Oh god, what is the name of it?
I think it's just the Alien RPG, right?
The stream has a name. It is
Oh.
Epimetheus. But yeah.
Very different tone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be on that one as well. I am playing a stuck-up corporate agent trying not to die. So, yay. But we can go around one more time. Tell everyone who you are, and if you're working on any projects people can check out, where they can find it. And why don't we start right where we started with the intros with Turk?
Oh my gosh. Okay, hi everybody. I am Turk or Turk accented in the places where my name differs from how I usually use it, which is most platforms. Gosh, I really want to stream again. I've got some real cool games that I wanna share with y'all. It's become kind of a problem. Imagine streaming like preventing you from wanting to play stuff. Anyway, if you want to see if you enjoyed Orton, which is a choice you can make, then I have great news because I have several characters like Orton and several that are not. If you hated Orton, so this week is going to be a lot of Lost Caravan action starting tomorrow morning. If you want to wake up nice and early with a cup of cocoa or hot chocolate or tea or anything that's not coffee, because I don't drink it. But also, if you want coffee, it's perfectly fine and valid. We will be back with Necromancers, in which there's going to be, I've been told, danger a whole bunch. I got DMs specifically saying, gosh, I hope Kismet lives. That's a threat. I've been threatened by our facilitator right in the middle of my lovely weekend. It's great. I'm so excited. Beyond that, of course, we have our final session. Final session of Through the Breach on the 10th, this Tuesday. I'm, of course, playing your rootness, tootness, shootness, most bruteness person who ever done accepted that they are nothing more than a gun in this world in the hand of justice. And then Icon on the 11th. So you can see the fallout of all this stuff happening, which we've, of course, made 1,000,000% canon because it was lovely. And oh my gosh, this game is the best. For more of that. So, that's incredibly exciting. And then Frozen Rain, where Leon will carry the repercussions of this, of course, purely a deep dive, Sin created replica OmniNet session over on Friday the 13th, which will, of course, oh gosh, I'm running Frozen Rain in an almost purely RP setting on Friday the 13th. Mm-hmm. And there'll be a whole bunch more stuff coming up. Really excited. Tales from the Louvre, hometown holidays. A lot of really comfy, cozy stuff coming up towards the end of your January, and so much more coming in February, including the return, fingers all the way crossed, of Oathsworn in February, which is something I'm very passionate about and will speak more of as we learn more about what that is as we remake it. But yeah, thank you all so much. Yes, the oats will be warm. Yeah, I know, thank you so much. Thank you, Steph. This was incredible. I can't. Gosh, I never thought I'd be stressing so much about what cutlery I have available. But this was just like so excellent in so many ways, like for character development and just like casual RP and AUs, and I can think of several places, just for several people with all of their characters that this would be amazing for. I mean, myself included. I have like, oh, I just love this so much. Like I said, felt like I was wearing a blanket and so cozy outside. But yeah, thank you. But also, make sure you support everyone you see on your screen here, because they're all awesome content creators, as I'm sure they'll tell you. And remember to continue to be excellent, as I know you can be, or else. Or else what? I hear you say, because I'm in your walls? I don't know. But, ambient.
See that
Anyway,
fly on the wall? No, you don't. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Not anymore. There's just
It's
a hole from
gone.
an anti-material rifle. But yeah, this was incredible. You're all incredible. Thank you, chat, for hanging out. Y'all, yeah. That's it for me. Get it up. I'm talking too up.
Over to Kian.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kian. You can find me on Twitter at uptight_chiffon. I have recently rejoined Tumblr at the same handle. I am going to be hanging out with Turk and Heck and Hoop and Pops Harlow on, when is that? The 11th. I'm so sorry. I was really trying to focus on what Turk was saying. And so I totally forgot on my stuff. But I'll be hanging out with Icon on the 11th. I'll be playing Arc Doom here on the 30th. I have a project coming that is hopefully going to kick off in February, which I'm really excited about, but I can't talk about it yet. I'm working on my own stream, so eventually that will happen. Steph, this was absolutely delightful. Thank you so much for introducing us to this game. I was looking for something to run with my in-person community here in February for my birthday, and I'm having a tea party for my birthday, so this is going to be perfect, and I'm really excited about it. But yes, thank you so much for the wholesome vibes. This was so much fun. Cannot wait for Essen to hold on to all of this for the rest of the Icon campaign.
Crime spree.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so excited. Turnip is now canonically a pickpocket, and I'm super stoked to see what he finds. But that's all for me.
I guess that's me. I am Andrew. I played Leon Holtz tonight and in the Frozen Rain game, where we're going to have just a bunch of feels in the next Frozen Rain Lancer game, because it is going to be more RP focused, and we have a lot of conversations to have. But you can always find me here on Lost Caravan RPG. We do streams every month. We do casting calls every month. So if you want to come and join us, we would absolutely love to have you. You can find those casting calls on our Twitter, or, as I drop my pen, on our Discord, which link is down below. The big old button says Discord. It's where we post said casting call schedules and just generally hang out and be giant nerds. Like I said, we do have a charity stream starting on the 16th, so come hang out for that. We have a ton of things to give away. For every $10 we get donated, we'll add your name to the list for that stream, and then we'll do our drawings and give away almost $1,000 worth of stuff. It's incredible. People are very generous in this community, and it just makes my heart so warm. But yeah, that's enough out of me. The heck?
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Hecklot. I love the hand motions everyone does. I don't even do the hand motions most of the time anymore. They do it for me. Today I played Lamosa, the Lorito, very cute ASPCA commercial Colossus. I'm absolutely going to use that move going forward. It's gonna be great. You can find me on all the social medias at Sir Hecklot, including Twitter, Twitch, Itch, Instagram. I'm also back on Tumblr, or at least more actively than I was for the past 5 years. I'm on TikTok, but I don't really post anything, but I'm over there. Wanna be friends? I don't know. But in terms of the TTRPG space next, you will actually be able to see me tonight on Indoor Adventures with the premiere of our 1986 Ghostbusters RPG campaign. I'm so excited. It's going to be so goofy. It's going to be so good. I've been waiting for this one. It's gonna be awesome. Like Turk and Kian and Hoop have already said, we have Through the Breach next week, which I'll also be there. We have Icon next week. I'll also be there. Next Thursday and every other Thursday following. You can find me on Dat Magic Juice's channel playing an All Hail the Queen, a Tyranny of Dragons campaign. I will be on the stream for the 16th kicking off the charity. Can I say what we're playing yet, Hoop?
Yeah.
We're playing Clue using the Fiasco system. And can I say who I'm gonna be yet, or do we
Yes,
want to make
please
that a
do.
surprise?
I mean,
I'm
it's up to
gonna.
you.
Oh, I'm already excited for it. I'm gonna be Colonel Mustard, and it's going to be the best. I'm so excited. My costume actually came like really late last night, so I gotta get my headshots and stuff with that. I'm very excited. Other than that, you can find me here playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians later in the month. There's a lot going on, so just follow me on the social medias to figure out where I'll be next. It's the best way to do it. Echoing everyone else, check out the website, check out the YouTube channel, check out all of it, because there's some really good stuff here. And that's it for me.
Heck yeah. And to our facilitator and co-author of this game, Steph.
So hello, I'm Steph. I'm one half of Cobblepath Games. We develop from the ground up, sort of bespoke rule sets with themes. So the theme for this was obviously chaos, but we've also made Locus, which is a horror mystery game. We've made Stacks of Goblins, which is any award-winning, sort of light-hearted storytelling game about being goblins in a trench coat that you have to infiltrate people, places, and take things that you need from them. Which we also released a free Christmas supplement for, if you're interested. Coming up, we've got this game being released, Coffee and Chaos. It was successfully crowdfunded last year and is now currently in the late stages of development. It's with our layout designer to get everything looking gorgeous. It's going to be printed on a menu. The card draws are on a table talker. It's going to be incredible. So that's all going ahead, and we've got some we've got some stuff in the works as well. We're planning a solo journaling game. It's like a prequel to Locus.
Ooh.
That's happening. We've also got a few ideas kind of bubbling away that are happening in the background. So yeah, there is more to come from Cobblepath, and cannot stress enough how much I love all of you guys for being here and enjoying this and taking part in some silly games we made. Thank you all so much, and yeah, I hope everyone needs to just follow you and show you all the love, and Lost Caravan is incredible, so please follow them on all the social media. These guys are all great.
Thank you so much for everything. This has obviously been fantastic, so much fun. My face hurts from smiling and laughing so much. But we, like I said, we do have a stream coming in a few hours. Very different vibe, very deadly. Still going to be a blast. Until then, why don't we send a raid on over to our friend Clara, who was a big inspiration in me when I started streaming. You will notice a lot of my language, like heck and dang and things like that, came directly from Clara. Not even gonna lie, big inspiration onto me. Fantastically positive and wonderful person. Just pleasure to watch. So I'm gonna throw a raid over there. And I guess before I do, as always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.